Our next guest worked as the assistant chief counsel for ICE for more than a decade. Veronica Cardenas joins us now. Veronica, this hearing coming now months into this DHS shutdown. What do you expect to hear about its impact today?
I expect to hear exactly what they plan to do with all this money that they are needing. One of the important things is that ICE and enforcement action was exempted. People are still getting paid. That makes this very different from other prior shutdowns, because in times of the past, when I was furloughed during Trump 1, there was no paycheck. This time, because of the big, beautiful bill, ICE enforcement officials are getting paid. And so they already have the funds for that. But what about the other administrations, other departments under the Department of Homeland Security, like TSA, like FEMA? Those are the most important ones that we need to get funded now. And by circumventing Congress's power of the purse, forcing Congress members to get to the table to really negotiate the asks of the Democrats, just circumvents the powers and the checks and balances.
So what do you think could come from this hearing? Would it ultimately help get to a deal? Do you think anything said today will make a difference?
I think that this administration and the Republicans look like they are wanting to just go and circumvent that process. They're not really listening and trying to negotiate on what the Democrats are asking to pass a budget. Some of the asks that they had was ending roving patrols, requiring warrants in certain circumstances, wearing body cams and no masks. Most of these things existed before this administration. There just was no formal requirement for it. So I don't think that there's going to be much negotiation. I think it's going to be more, how do we get this passed without the votes from the Democrats?
It doesn't seem like there is an urgency to reopen all of DHS. In fact, now DHS has ordered all of its 260,000 employees back to work and says it is dedicating existing funds to help pay for those employees for now without new funding. And they warn that funding could soon run out. What are the implications of all this lingering uncertainty?
First, it's very damaging to the federal employees. It's very difficult to be in a position where you're committed and you're not getting paid. You're either staying at home or you're working and you're not getting paid. And so that can only last so long. Yes, they're going to fund them for the amount of time that they had lost, and I think it was 62 days by now. But there's no promise that when they return, they're going to continue to getting paid. So it will cause disruptions, as we saw with TSA, and brilliant ideas from this administration to put ICE in certain places that they shouldn't be.
Right. Veronica Cardenas, thank you so much for being here.